Hello, people. Welcome to today's video. So, as the year draws to an end, Q4 2025 is almost here, and we do our reviews for the year 2025. I just thought to remind us on how we can still smash our money goals for this year if we haven't. How do we manage our resources, especially money? It is clear we all need money for a whole lot of things. So, yes, we need to get that money, we need to secure the bag. However, please do not entertain any form of greed, any form of obsession, or unhealthy desire for money. The Bible calls these things the love of money and terms them the root of all evil. Yes, in First Timothy 6:10. Also, before we dive into the tips that I have today, there's something I want to say to Christians real quick. Many believers have been taught that once we give to God in tithes, in offerings, by giving to others, our financial lives are automatically secured. And then that your pastor keeps hammering, oh, pay your tithe, oh, pay your offering, and all that. And he's not giving you practical tips on how to manage your money. I'll just tell you that may God help you and may God deliver you. Because yes, giving is powerful, no doubt. Giving opens doors of favor. It establishes covenant blessings. Giving kind of positions us for divine supply. But hear me, giving alone without financial wisdom will not sustain multiplication. God blesses us, but the same God has also called us to manage wisely everything that He puts in our hands. So, without financial wisdom and management, even all the blessed resources, they can just become wasted, they can disappear overnight. And we all need to live with that consciousness that God does not only want us to be givers, God also wants us to be good managers. Now, if you look in the Bible, look at the parable of the talent in Matthew 25, 14 to 30. The servants that multiplied their talents, they were rewarded. But the one that buried his talent, he was rebuked. That is just how it is. What this tells us is that God expects both faith and management. Now, having said this, let's go into the tips for the day. And we'll be looking at 10 practical financial tips that unlock the secrets of resource multiplication. The first one is live below your means. Do not spend everything you earn. Do not do that. Guess where wealth grows? Wealth grows between just that margin between your income and your expenses. That is where your wealth grows. So you must put something aside. Don't waste all your resources. Do not. It is by putting something aside that you get what to invest and you get what to multiply. You need to be conscious of the fact that the purpose of God giving us money is not just to eat it, it is also to grow it. It is not just for boiling. Proverbs 21:20 says, there is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. Agbabola, how much is money? Calm down. Your money no be water. Don't be foolish. Use your head. Keep something. The second thing is you have to budget faithfully. And no, a budget is not an attempt to make you stingy. No, no, no. It is just direction. It is telling your money where to go. So you don't have to wonder where your money went. Luke 14:28 says, for which of you intending to build a tower will not sit down first and count the cost, whether he is able to, whether he has sufficient to finish it. You know what this means? It means budget. It means sit down, estimate the cost, plan your life carefully. The third thing is that we have to keep financial records. This helps us to maintain financial order, and this in turn gives us financial peace. If you don't track it, there's one thing I've realized: when you don't track your finances, you won't have any idea how much God has blessed you. You will not thank God enough so that God can even bless you more. You will not grow your money. And when you start getting reckless, you might not be able to caution yourself real quick. So make sure you write down your income, write down your expenses. If you have good debt, write it down. Habakkuk 2:2 says, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon the tables, so he may run who reads it. Apply this biblical principle to your financial records. Write everything down. Number four is to avoid unnecessary debt. If you borrow for consumption, you're just on your road to slavery. That not the slavery that they'll put chains on your hands physically. So if you must borrow money, let it be for assets that will give you returns. Proverbs 22:7 says it clearly: the rich ruleth over the poor. The borrower is servant to the lender. I don't think this one needs any long stories or explanation, no long talk. Don't be a servant all the years of your life. The fifth point is save consistently. You have to make saving a habit. It can't be an afterthought or what you do when you finish spending all your money. And no matter how small it is, save it, because small amounts add up over time. Proverbs 21:5 says, the plans of the diligent will lead to abundance. But anyone that is hasty, they only come to poverty. What this tells us is that consistent and careful planning, such as making saving a habit, even in small amounts, will lead us to financial growth and security. And the opposite of it, impulsive or reckless actions will only often result in loss or poverty. So the sixth point is invest wisely. Savings will preserve your money, but investments will multiply your wisdom. Investments will multiply your money. But please seek wisdom before committing. Be cool. Do what you know and know what you do. There's a lot of wisdom in this thing, because that is where you will draw the strength to retain your riches. If you want to trade in stocks, learn about stocks. If it's real estate, learn about real estate. Whatever business, learn. Any vehicle you want to use to grow your money, learn about it. If you're investing in any area of humanity, learn about it too. And let me tell you one thing, you don't stop learning about money. Financial literacy is a lifelong journey. You keep reading the books, you keep attending the seminars, you keep upgrading your knowledge. It does not stop. If you look at verse 16 of Matthew 25 that we mentioned earlier, the man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money back to work, and that gained him five more. So that is the approach that we should also take. The seventh point is diversify your income. I said it in one of my recent videos. Multiple sources of income is no longer optional, it is now compulsory, because multiple streams of income will give you resilience in tough times. God forbid failure, I know, but a lot of people have been held ransom. They've been held to ransom by the failure of their only source of income. Even the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 11:2, give a portion to seven and also to eight, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. Read it as invest in seven ventures. Yes, invest in eight, for you don't know what sakpa will come upon the land. Multiple streams of income will help you to multiply your resources faster, so long as you get it right, and it also gives you some form of stability. The eighth point is plan for emergencies. You need to have an emergency fund. Nobody prays for anything bad to happen, but please always have an emergency fund. It will shield you from having to dip your hands into your future investments just in case life comes with surprises. We don't pray for it though, but some things happen. Read Genesis 41, I think 34 to 36 thereabout, where Joseph advised Pharaoh to store grains in the years of plenty to pray for years of famine. That was practical advice that he gave to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. And if you read that verse further, you see that Joseph's wisdom not only saved Egypt from starvation, it made the nation wealthier. How? Other countries came to buy grains from them. Apply the same principle to your life. Number nine, be generous to people. So beyond paying your tithes, paying your offerings, sow into people's lives, because giving to others also multiplies your own harvest. What you make happen for others, God also has a way of making it happen for you. Now pause here and listen to me very well. Generosity is a kingdom principle, but it must be guided by wisdom. Don't give to impress. Look at me and listen. Don't give to impress. Don't give to the point that you now destroy your own stability. That is not what we're saying here. True giving is spirit led, where you bless others without draining yourself into frustration. Read Proverbs 11:25. It says, the liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. Correct. That means a generous person will prosper, right? If you refresh others, you will refresh. Now, after reading that part, go and read Matthew 10:16 that says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Shall get through Yewa. We understand the two verses. Thank you very much. The last but not the least point is set long term goals. Don't live just for today. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. You don't know, but plan, plan. Discipline your spending by your vision. So think about, oh, you have children, you leave your children. Think about retirement. Retirement. Oh, think about the legacy you want to leave when you grow old and you pass on. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, what happens? People perish. So apply this biblical principle to your life and plan ahead. So I'll close by saying what I think is the secret. Giving opens the heavens, right? But wisdom, discipline, record keeping, they keep your blessings flowing. God's desire is not just for us to receive, but to multiply whatever we receive. So I feel like if we always combine giving with wise financial management, the resources will not just come, they will grow, they will multiply, and they will last. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Be wise, manage your finances properly. Bye.